Hello, my name is Jennifer Hancock. I am a humanist, and I will be your guide through this introduction to humanism. This program is designed to help clarify one of the most influential and consequently most maligned philosophies of our time. This introduction to humanism is broken into 6 sections covering the definition of humanism, the history of humanism, humanism's relationship to religion, central values of humanism, famous humanists, and frequently asked questions about humanism. Because humanism has arisen in every culture and in every time, it is important to remember that this is only an introduction, and that there is a wealth of information and writing available on the subject should you choose to explore it further. There is no question that humanism is one of the most dynamic forces for positive social change on our planet, and yet most Americans do not know what humanism is or what impact it has had on our society. In this section, we will provide a basic outline of humanism and discuss the values and ideals that make up the humanist philosophy. Defining humanism has always been a bit tricky. There seem to be as many definitions for humanism as there are humanists. While it is treated by some as a non-religious religion, humanism is actually best thought of as a philosophy. Humanism is the applied study of what it means to be a good human being. It is a pro-human philosophy that encourages us to be good people. Live life to the fullest, love other people, and leave the world a better place. Humanism is an anti-authoritarian philosophy that provides the philosophic foundation for democracy and freedom. If you believe people are evil, you set up theocracies and other forms of authoritarian government to control them. Humanism starts from a point of compassion and a belief that people are basically good and can manage their own affairs. Humanism is also a philosophy of the future. Our desires, dreams, and destinies are tied to all the rest of the humans on the planet. We must start thinking of ourselves as humans first. This connection is the only affiliation that really matters. We believe all other views are outdated and counterproductive. Humans have always disagreed on matters considered supernatural or religious, and they will continue to do so. Humanists prefer to focus our attention on the reality on which we can all agree. Humanism is primarily concerned with how we, as humans, can best solve our problems without relying on supernatural assistance. For this reason, humanism is considered a secular philosophy. Humanist values are first and foremost based in compassion. Humanist morality judges acts on their outcome. If it helps, it is good. If it hurts, it's bad. It is impossible to be a good person if you are not a compassionate person. The focus of humanist compassion is the entire human family. This focus is one of the main reasons why the philosophy is called humanism. Humanism places an important emphasis on education. Humanists, as far back as at least Confucius, have linked education with morality. Moral values are built upon understanding. The better our understanding of any given situation, the better our moral reasoning about it will be. Education helps us to learn about the world and encourages us to think about our role in it. In other words, it is through education that we begin to understand, and through reasoning, we develop strong moral values. While you can do good deeds without an education, you cannot purposely choose to do good unless you know you are making a choice. In order to be a moral person, you must be an educated person. We firmly believe that everyone has the ability to become educated, regardless of background or social status. Humanism is a philosophy that emphasizes personal responsibility. A central belief of all humanists is that humans are capable of making things better, and that we therefore have a moral responsibility to act. In order to be a truly moral person, you must act with reason and compassion to the benefit of all humankind. For a humanist, failure to act on these values is considered a failure in morality. Humanists also recognize that when we take on the responsibility for improving our lives and the lives of others, we find our greatest happiness. If this sounds a lot like what you already believe, you're not alone. Humanism is a value system most humans already share, regardless of background. Humanists choose to adhere to this value system because of our desire to live a better life here and now. As Kurt Vonnegut once said, "I am a humanist," which means I have tried to behave decently without expectations of reward or punishments after I am dead.